Hello and welcome to T Money Talks. In this week's episode, T Money's going to talk about what they've been up to this week and anything else that comes to mind. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Hello, welcome back to another episode of T Money Talks. I have to start off by telling the truth going into this podcast today. I am tired. I'm not really feeling the T Money Talks podcast today. I'm not quite sure why. But we are going to push through this either way, and I'm going to do this podcast because, I gotta do what I gotta do. Anyways, but either way, even whether I'm in the mood to do this or not, I have to do it. And season 2 is slowly coming to an end. Anyways, this is season 2, episode 25. I don't know why I was going to say this was season 25. That's because I'm tired. What I was supposed to say was this is episode 25. And there's only going to be 29 episodes this season. Bum, bum, bum. Season 1 was 28 episodes. Season 2 is 29 episodes. Maybe season 3 will finally be 30 episodes. I cannot say. I do not know. Because in this moment in time, I am pretty tired. I didn't really feel the vibe for T Money Talks. Honestly, I don't know if just because I didn't want to do an episode, if it's because I didn't want to do an episode, or if it's just more so because I'm tired and I've been kind of lazy. And yes, I still have topics on my list for things to talk about for T Money Talks, but I don't know, every day not every day, but every week as I look at them all, I'm like, which one of these do I want to talk about? And then I'm like, I would like to talk about them all, but honestly, in this moment in time, I really don't want to talk about any of them, because if I'm being honest, they're not that they're not interesting or not that they're good things I can talk about. It's just things that I'm like, I would like to talk about that, but I don't know if I myself could go on for 40 minutes about this one said topic. I feel like for the other things I have on my podcast topic lists, I feel like I need guests, or I need other people on the podcast to talk those things out with me, because there's some things where it's like, yes, this would be funny, this would be intriguing, this would be a good topic to talk about, but the only thing stopping me from doing those topics is the fact that it's I'm just one person doing a podcast, talking to myself, running ideas, improvising all on my own. And honestly, I do love it, don't get me wrong. That's the whole idea of T Money Talks, is me getting to come to myself and just talking to myself about what's going on and then all this stuff. But T Money Talks is starting to grow a bit, and I want to make it as best as I can be and as entertaining as I can, and it's when I do something, I gotta go big or go home, baby. And so it's I always start off the season really, really pumping iron, not really pumping. I'm tired. Okay, I'm so sorry. I always start off the season refreshed, ready to go, pumped, to push out this season, ready to edit, release, and record. I'm all excited and pumped to go. But then we always get towards the last, it's 25, 26, 27, 28. Yeah, the last 4 or 5 episodes. No, yeah, the last 5 or 6 episodes we get towards the end. And I'm just do I have to do this? I don't know what I want to talk about. Can I get Jer on the podcast? Can I get someone else on the podcast at least to help the time go a little bit quicker, so I could have a little bit more of a time? And that's not to say that I haven't been having a good time doing T Money Talks, because I have, because I love it, but it's just sometimes I want to have other people on the podcast. I would appreciate it. Well, not, I don't, okay. What am I saying? I would appreciate it. I would like to have more people, guests on the podcast. So I have other people to bounce ideas off of, talk to things about, so it's not just all me doing all the talking. I feel like I started T Money Talks to help me get better at talking. And now I could talk to myself, or I could talk better without stumbling on my my words like on my own and with newer people as well because of this podcast. It's been easier for me to like kind of talk to people without feeling like I don't know how to talk. So in that sense, it has helped. However, I still am pretty antisocial in the sense that I don't know how to start conversations or like, well, the thing is I can't keep conversations going. I've been, because of the pandemic, I've just been so away from people. I've just been so antisocial. I've just haven't been gone out. And because I haven't been in school, I don't work, I don't really interact with like people anymore. It's hard for me to like understand. It's hard for me to remember how to engage in conversation and stay focused and remember that, oh yes, you got to keep asking questions or you got to keep saying more things to keep a conversation going, and then I forget. But nonetheless, Tea Money Talks has done like helped me be better at talking. I just now have to get back into being able to talk to people because that has been hard for me lately. Sometimes when people talk to me, it's been hard for me to focus sometimes just because I've been like pretty much just not isolated like alone, but just like so far out from like the outside world, it's just like there's this small group of people that I communicate to and see since the pandemic started, and outside of those people I don't really talk to anyone else. So it's kind of awkward sometimes with other people because I'm like, oh yes, I have to remember how to interact with other human beings that aren't just the people I see every day or almost all the time, So outside of that, it's been rough, so when I'm not around the people that I see all the time. But it's been easier, like I said, it's been easier like when I went to Seattle, talking to the cashiers and stuff and like doing some small talk. I was able to talk back to them without feeling like I'm gonna with my words, the whole time they're talking. So that's been cool. But also now I'm just kind of like, I am getting a little bored of just talking to myself. I'm kind of like, I know I've had this realization in season 1, but like now in season 2 again, I'm just really like, does Tea Money need a co-host? Question marks. Topic title for the podcast? I don't know. Maybe you can apply. No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, I feel like possibly because just more, whether it be a co-host or just a guest on almost every episode, I feel like that's what I gotta do, because I just feel like I have come, unless like I really need to talk to myself or I really need to like let some things off my chest through the episode, I feel like I can't really talk to myself for 40 minutes like I used to, my life it's not as exciting, or not as exciting, it's just I don't have as much going on anymore. When I started season 1 of Tea Money Talks, I was learning how to walk still. I was going through all of that trauma, dealing with all of that, still healing, and of course, yes, I still am dealing with all of that stuff still today. I want to get back to driving to work. I don't want my mom to have to drive me to work anymore, so I can work more shows and make more money again, because I need money, because I have some exciting things when I start talking about my week. But right now we're just here back to me talking about how I'm a little tired today, and so this episode is gonna be a little all over the place, as a typical Tea Money episode is. But yeah, I am excited for this break of season 2. I'm glad that it's finally coming to an end. I'm glad that February is just right around the corner, and I will soon be able to close up season 2, take a break, refresh, and regroup, and think about all that I want to do for season 3. Because like I said, for season 3, I'm gonna just, if Jared's like, this should be a podcast episode, boom, we're gonna do it right then and there. Like, there is nothing stopping me anymore, folks. I am tired of days like this where I'm like, I don't really want to do the podcast, but I know I have to do the podcast. So I'm kind of just like, well, let's go ramble at my computer for 40 minutes. It's like, no, I don't want to do that anymore. For season 3, I want to pre-record episodes. So on days like this, when I'm tired and I'm really just too tired to want to get in the zone for Tea Money Talks, then that's when I get to bust out one of the old recorded episodes, edit it up, and upload it, so it's kind of just like it's fresh for my ears and yours. We all get to listen to it for the first time. anyways, yeah, that's how I've been feeling today. And anyways, that's enough being said. I'm kind of tired, but anyways, that was a good talk. I'm glad I got that off my chest. And of course, y'all got to know that season 2 is coming to an end again. Yes, there will only be 29 episodes. We are on episode 25, folks, 25. So I just want to start off before I start talking about what I've done this week. I feel like this week has felt like a whole month in its own. And I don't know if that's just because I've actually gone out and done things this week versus not doing anything since like this month started. Well, not that I haven't done anything since this month started, because I've definitely been doing things, but I haven't done so many things in like one or like so close together, if that makes sense. Because on last Sunday, I went to the apple farm with my family, Jer and my girlfriend, and it was a great time. It was fun. We all threw axes. We all found out T-Money is a great axe thrower. Axe thrower could become my new skill, I think, and I am very, very excited because there is a bar not too far from where my home is that has axe throwing, and although I do not drink, I am excited to go throw axes with my friends because I think it's going to be so much fun. And if there ever was a zombie apocalypse, axes I feel like is the best thing, because just imagine me launching one at someone's skull and then sorry, I just think of the movies and video games, you know. Anyways, enough with that. Anyways, all of us did the axe throwing, and we all tried it at least once. It was $5 for 6 throws, so we figured, why not, you know? When else are you gonna get to throw axes for that cheap? So we all did it, even my mom, and it was a great time. Super fun. And then then the following day, oh my gosh, that's why it feels so long. So that was Sunday, and then on Monday, the next day, I went bowling with my girlfriend, and I finally got to wear my bowling shirt. I found a bowling shirt at a thrift store. I don't remember how many years ago, but I bought it because I was like, a bowling shirt, yes. And the best part is like on the back was like a picture of like cartoon Elvis, I think, or like a knockoff Elvis. Either way, you know that's who they were trying to draw on the back of this, and the back said something about some musical. I was like, so it was destined to be mine. And then so I bought the shirt, and then for however long I had that shirt, I have never gone bowling in that shirt. And so since I had told my girlfriend that, she was like, I want to take you bowling so you could wear your bowling shirt. And so I finally got to go bowling wearing my bowling shirt. And I went in my bowling shirt, and I think there was a reason why I could never go bowling in my bowling shirt, because all the other times I've gone bowling since buying that bowling shirt, I have always gotten a strike at least once. At least once out of the 2 games we would play, no matter what. No matter who I was playing with, no matter how bad it was going, I would always get at least 1 strike. This time, when we went on Monday, when I finally was able to wear that bowling shirt, I could not get a strike to save my life. I literally tried all of the tricks, all of the techniques I know, which are just 2, and I'll explain as we go on. But I tried everything that I knew how to get a strike, and I could not get one, and I believe it is because I was wearing my bowling shirt. I believe because I was wearing my bowling shirt, I couldn't be a great bowler. Why? I don't know, because every other time I've bowled, I could get a strike. But anyways, on my 2 techniques, there's one technique that I'm always guaranteed to get a strike at least 1 time, because that's just, it's just a guaranteed strike at least once, you know, at least once. So, and what is it? What is the move? It's the grandma roll. Like when people do the grandma toss to throw a basketball, it's the same thing with bowling. You grab it with both your hands, you bend over, you throw it in between your legs, and you take it back in between your legs, and then you launch it down the center lane, and you get a strike. That's my technique to always get a strike at least 1 time. Because almost out of 9 times out of 10, if I keep going grandma rolls, I'm guaranteed to get a strike. I tried it. I could never get it while I was wearing my bowling shirt. And then my other technique is just to throw it as fast and hard like, yeah, basically as fast and hard as I can, straight down the middle as I can. And with the speed that it's going, like the force is just gonna, of course, knock them all over if I get it right down the middle, or as close to the middle as I possibly can. I couldn't do it then either. No matter how many times I would get to throw it down the line, it felt like the ball always went just like, as it got closer to the bowling pins, would just like barely at like the last 2 seconds just go off just center enough to where I wouldn't get a strike. And I could not understand why, and it frustrated me a little, but I still had a really good time. I had a really good time bowling, and honestly, this week has felt so long to me that I thought I went bowling like 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks ago, at least like a week ago I thought I went bowling, but no, that was just Monday, that was just this week. And then on Tuesday, why does Tuesday feel eventful? I feel like Tuesday is when my cousin moves in. Yes, exciting. Now my cousin and my friend live with my mother and I. Good times. Yes, yes. A full house once again. And so I think that happened Tuesday. And then, yeah, I think that happened. Yeah, that happened Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, what did I do on Wednesday? Oh, yeah, I think Wednesday, what did I do on Wednesday? I hung out with my girlfriend, and I think we just went shopping or ran errands and stuff. I feel like we went to Target, and then we watched a movie, or I watched a movie maybe. Or maybe that was for, oh no, yeah, I know we hung out. We did, probably shopping. I think that's what we did. Anyways, that was Wednesday, and then Wednesday night, my cousin from San Diego, who I've been trying to get to come out here to record vocals for my EP, finally came down. So he came over Sunday night. I played the song for him. He was like, so just so we could get a refresher on what the song was going to be, because we recorded Thursday. And then after I showed him, played the song, we hung out for a bit. And then he went home and then came back over Thursday morning. And me, him, and Jer, we all recorded for the song on the EP, the last song that I needed. And now I don't want to officially say that my EP is done, but my EP is basically done. I just need to listen to all the songs again, do some more light mixing to the songs, however I feel like it needs to be before, like reaching out to the sound engineer to see how much it would cost to mix and master my EP. Before I do all that, I want to try to do one last thing on one song for my EP. I'm gonna give it a try, and then if I like what I hear, I'm going to run with it. But if I don't, I'm just going to keep what I have originally and then hit up the sound engineer and get this EP going. So that is exciting. That was exciting because the song we did on Thursday, the harmonies I had in my head, the way I knew it was going to sound with my cousin on that EP, just it all came out exactly as planned. If you can hear the garage in the background, that's Jer going to work. Please don't mind that. Anyways, but yeah, the song, the way me, Jer, and my cousin all sound on the harmonies for the chorus is just so beautiful. It's exactly what I wanted for the song. It's exactly what the song needed. It's just the cherry on top for an already amazing EP. I'm very, very excited to get this mixed and mastered and to get this released. And so yeah, so then after that, my cousin had to go around like 4:00. So then after that, I was going through all the songs on the EP, and then Jer and I discovered another song that we did over the summer, just last summer. Over the summer that we wrote, and then we recorded like a demo version of it. And for whatever reason, we both thought it was bad, but it is a summertime bop. It is a potential bop just hidden away on my computer. So now that Jer and I remembered that after, because again, like I said, my goal for this month, for the month of January, was to finish my EP, like have all the vocals ready to go, like I'm done with it. Like, I'm not touching it again come February 1st. Come February 1st, I am DMing the sound engineer like, hey, what's gonna cost what's the price for a 5-song EP, yada, 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 talk business, find out the price. Like, after January 31st, I am done musically recording with the EP. Like, I'm not going back to it. The only thing that is going back to it is anything that's going to be mixed or mastered. That's the only thing, touches ups that are going to be done on the EP, and that is so exciting because I have worked on this EP for over 5 years, probably like 6, maybe 7 years now. Which is very, very insane, but I'm so excited for it. And then while that is getting touched up on by the sound engineer, Jer and I are going to work on that other summer bop we wrote. And then after we do that, I have 2 more songs in my back pocket that I want to record and release as singles. So even before I release this EP, because I have so much stuff I want to do with this EP, like I want to do lyric videos, music videos, and while I do all of that, I want to be while that's getting all in the works, I want to be releasing these other singles so I could be preparing like everyone for like, hey, get hyped because I'm going to be releasing an EP soon. And oh my god, I'm so sorry, I got a notification and threw me off. But anyways, yeah, so while I'm working on the music videos and lyric videos and all the promo videos or anything related for the EP, while I'm working on that, I want to be releasing singles and like releasing music videos for past songs or lyric videos for past songs or my newest singles, and like just trying to really perfect my craft to really like, so by the time I get to the lyric videos for my EP, it's like everything's as perfect as it can be. So this month is all about my EP. Until this month is over, I'm not working on any other songs, any other recordings. Everything is just solely focused on my EP, at least for music wise, for the month of January. Come February 1st, that's when I get to grind my gears and I get to start working on the Spotify videos. I get to start recording, I get to start writing, I get to start doing everything again. Like I get to start really working my brain outside of my EP, because that will finally be one step closer to being done. And that is very exciting, because between this EP and possibly these next 3 singles I'm going to release, I'm really hoping it's 3 singles. It's going to be what puts me on the map. It's going to really be what builds Now or Never puts Now or Never on the map. Really builds up my name, helps me really grow, because these songs just are going to be drastically better than all the other songs I have released out on all streaming platforms. I say possibly doing lyric videos or music videos for my old songs, because I don't know if I want to, because they're not the greatest songs, but I know if I do, it would help me to practice and perfect for my EP and future releases, So who knows? I have a lot of plans. I have a lot of things I want to get done after the month of January is over. If I'm being honest, once January is over, I feel like then my year, then the hard work could really start going, which is funny because today we went out to brunch for my mom's birthday, which is tomorrow. I won't say which date because I don't want to throw that out there. Anyways, but yeah, for my mom's brunch, and we saw my cousin, and she was saying how that she's gonna say that the new year doesn't start until February. And honestly, I was just saying right now how after January, then everything's really gonna start moving. I kind of feel like she's right, because January kind of feels like the end of 2021, and this is me really pushing everything to the end, because originally this EP was supposed to be done last year. I was supposed to have it done in December of 2021. I was supposed to already be sending all the EP stuff to the sound engineer this month, but because of stuff happened because of COVID and whatnot, everything got pushed back a month, so here we are. But nonetheless, everything's still on. So that, anyways, yeah, that's why I feel like my little cousin was right when she said that February is actually the start of 2022. But either way, I'm excited to get grinding. I'm excited for this EP to finish. I'm excited to start working on new songs, working on new stuff for my YouTube video. Also, I would like to say that I have been staying true, and I have been uploading a video every day onto YouTube. I'm sorry. I've been staying true to the fact that I've been uploading once a week on my YouTube channel. Yes, because on Wednesday morning, I recorded my thank you for 100 YouTube subscribers, because yes, your girl T Money has hit 100 subscribers on YouTube. I think 105 now, because I put it up on TikTok as well, and my TikTok, and I also hit 1,300 followers on TikTok today too. Like I said, folks, 2022, I am rising up. Now or Never is I am rising. Now or Never is gonna be a household name soon. Now or Never is growing. I have 1,300 followers on TikTok, 227 Instagram followers. Now I got over 100 subscribers on YouTube. This is exciting. This is my year. I got some bangers of some songs ready to come out for the world to hear, for everyone else to hear. And I'm just so excited because once T Money comes to an end, then I could also really focus so much more on my music, because I won't have to worry about every Sunday I gotta record T Money Talks, or like find that one day out of the week to record T Money Talks, because now I could just be carefree, start recording my music at any time, any day, without having to worry about a podcast, and not to say that like this disrupts my flow, but sometimes it can make the creative process a little hard, because then I have to work around a schedule. But nonetheless, like I said, things are rising. Now or Never is coming up. It's the name. I'm growing, I am building, and it's very exciting. And yes, that was Wednesday, that was Thursday, and then on Friday, Friday, my girlfriend and I wanted to go to the aquarium. However, just like the apple farm on Sunday, originally we were supposed to go to the apple farm on Saturday, but because we were too spontaneous, we had to change it to Sunday. Kind of the same thing happened with the aquarium. We wanted to go to the aquarium on Friday, but my girlfriend was like, oh, want to go, like we decided to go around like the afternoon time, not thinking about like the hour it's going to take for us to get there, and like how much it's going to cost, and like all that jazz. We didn't really think that far ahead. We were just like, oh yeah, that sounds like fun, let's go to the aquarium and the beach, and then it'll be a good time, it'll be great, it will be a grand of a time. But then it started getting windy. It started getting real windy. And then we came to the realization that the tickets to the aquarium are very, very expensive. And then so because, we were okay. We were fine. We were like, okay, let's pay for this price for the aquarium. It'll be fun. And then we'll go to the beach. It'll be fine. So we decided to pay the price. But then we learned that the aquarium closed at 6 p.m. We were looking at tickets for the aquarium at like 1 p.m. So with that already was going to put us there getting to the aquarium by like 2 or 3. And then so we looked on the website, and it turned out you had to like buy tickets for a certain time, and the earliest time we could do was 3:30. So we weren't going to be able to get to the aquarium till like 3:30. And they were like, well, do we want to do that? And then we find out you had to pay for parking at the aquarium. And then so we ended up just not going to the aquarium on Friday, which is not bad. It was fine. We ended up going shopping again. And we went to Target, Ross, and like some other stores too. It was still ended up being a good day. We watched What was the movie? But I know the movie. Come on, I'm thinking of the movie that we watched. What did we watch? Oh my god. Why? The Matrix. I was gonna get so mad at myself for not remembering what movie we watched. But yeah, then on Friday we ended up watching the newest Matrix with my mom, and that was good, although it was 2 hours, so like my mom and my girlfriend couldn't quite handle the movie, but it was fine. I still enjoyed it. I do agree it is long though, so if you're not really prepared for that kind of movie, it can be a long one, but anyways, we did that. And then Saturday we ended up just not really doing much. We ended up watching another movie. My cousin and her boyfriend ended up cooking some dinner, and then I made caramel apples for dessert, and then we watched a movie that was not at all good. And then that puts us today on Sunday, where we went out to brunch with my mom for her birthday, which is tomorrow, which when I'm recording this is on a Sunday. And well, that's all that I got to say, because I'm getting pretty tired. No, I'm not taking the podcast to an end just yet, but that does make me kind of want to bring the podcast to an end rather soon, because we are, I don't want to say where we are in this podcast, because after all, when I get to editing, sometimes I could be at one number, and then I could end up putting it, I'm at this number, and then when I'm editing it, suddenly I'm like 2 numbers behind that number, and I'm just like, why would I say that? Now I'm throwing off my listeners, and yeah, I'm tired, and that's kind of like all I've been up to this week. And I think because I've done so much this week, and it's been like the most I've done in a really, like, since this pandemic and like since my accident, I feel like it's made this week feel really long and feel like it's been like longer than I have thought. And oh, also, the worst part to happen is I was finally scheduled to have work on Saturday, only to find out that they canceled the VIP because only 200 tickets were sold. And how can we upgrade people if there's only 200 people in the audience? You know, that's not really a steal. It's going to be hard to sell upgrade seats, you know. So they canceled that, and I was like, well, at least hopefully at least I have work next week, next Saturday, you know. And then I'm getting an email from my boss on, I think it was Saturday night, saying that the show I was supposed to work next Saturday was postponed until September. So now I am no longer working this month either. I have not worked since December. I need money. Please stop canceling shows. But anyways, because of this, I gotta start practicing driving at night again because I need to start driving myself to work so that I could work more shows and I can make more money and I could do things and I don't have to worry about money anymore, you know? And so I could have money to pay for my EP to get mixed and mastered. For the songs that I'm going to be releasing, I thankfully will be cashing in some free mixing and mastering or some free producings that have been offered to me from sound engineers that I have befriended on TikTok or that have just found me through TikTok and want to offer their services for free in order to, you know, of course, eventually get me to stay with them. And honestly, not to say that I'm just gonna like take their free stuff and run, but like I'm obviously gonna take their free stuff and like, well, do we really work well together? Do you really understand my style? Do I see you as someone who I can like allow to mix and master my stuff for like the rest of my career? That's of course going to be in the mix, you know, of this free like master and like production that I'm going to get, you know. I'm testing my waters before I just settle down, of course. But anyways, yeah, I'm excited. That's what's coming. I'm finally could almost say I'm done with this EP, and that's very, very exciting. And the best part is I'm sticking to my goals of January for that I had this month. My EP is done. I have been I have been uploading a video once a week to my YouTube channel. I have been also practicing songs to cover for my YouTube channel. This week I have to make time to practice a song for my YouTube channel because I didn't quite really practice this week, and well, that was a mistake. But anyways, it's fine because I'm going to do a cover this week, and then next week I'm probably going to make a YouTube video about the merch I have to sell. I may only have a button and a patch to offer, but I'm still going to throw it out there because I need some money, and at this point I'm going to take it in whichever way I can. And I know if I upload it onto YouTube, I can then put a little snippet of it onto TikTok and then help get traction and try to hopefully get more money. And since things are rising and since I am growing, there is a very high chance that people are going to actually finally buy my merchandise. And I would like to also add that if people do actually buy my merchandise, then that would incline me to make more merchandise and sell more stuff to earn more money, and then bing bang boom, people will have Now or Never merch, and then it'll just be a fun time, and then I'll be raking in dough in all sorts of ways, working, grinding, making money, you know. Anyways, that's what this year is all about. I'm gonna be rising, grinding. I'm tired. And I feel like, I don't know, this might be the end of the podcast for me, you know. I'm getting tired. I don't really know what else I want to talk about. I've kind of talked about almost everything I have to talk about that I've done this week. I'm trying to remember what else I did the last week since I had Rob on the podcast, which I'm so glad I got to see him, even though it was so short. And for those of you who are wondering why he had to go off so quickly, it was because his lady was looking for him, because Rob pulled a typical Rob move and did not tell her, hey, I went over with my friends to go like do this podcast. And instead of like saying that before he left, he just straight up just dipped with us and didn't tell her, and just kept telling everyone who was calling him that, like, oh yeah, I'll be back. And so that's why Rob had to go so quickly as he did. Now, after understanding why they were like in such a need for him, we understood, and we were like, well, if he would have just explained that to us, we could have just ironed things out with everyone, and you know, it could have just been an easy, quick fix. But anyways, it is what it is, and it was still a great time. And yeah, that's all I have to say for this week. That's all I've been up to. Hopefully next week I am back in the groove, or I'm gonna try to get Jer on the podcast as well, since I don't work the week anymore for this month. That now leaves my weekends open, and that means I could try to possibly get Jer to get on this podcast, and I'm excited now. That means because with that means I could do a lot more recording this week. I mean this month, because now that I'm not working on the weekends, I don't have to really worry about things. I'm very excited. Anyways, yeah, that's all I have to say. I know I've been keep saying that, but I'm trying to stall, try to get to 40 minutes, but I think I'm done stalling. I don't want to keep too much of your time. This lo-fi jazz is kind of like setting the mood for me to end my fountain in the background. I'm just like, yeah, I think it's ready for me to wind things down, and it's almost 9 p.m. and honestly, I'm tired. I could use the rest. Tomorrow is Monday, and thus begins a very busy work week for me. Tomorrow I gotta edit this podcast, and for the week I gotta make TikToks, do a YouTube video, and actually record. So I gotta make 2 YouTube videos, edit this podcast, record, upload, all this jazz. It's gonna be a busy week ahead, but I'm excited. I am ready, and now I must bring this to an end so that I can rest. So that's it for this week's I don't know why I was going to say that's it for this week's video. That's how you know I'm tired. Anyways, that's it for this week's episode, guys. I do hope you enjoyed it. This has been one wild time. Yes, it has. Anyways, until next week, guys, this is T Money saying live your life because you are the only one who gets it. All right, bye.